You may not know me, but you've probably heard my voice before. I did the voice for an early HBO show that became very popular. I'll do it for you in a second, but there's a story. I had been represented by a voiceover agent for 6 months, and I had been auditioning almost every day, multiple scripts a day, and had gotten nothing. Not a nibble, not a callback. Yes, there are callbacks in voiceover. And then one day I got a call from one of my agents and they said, "Come on in, we have an audition for a promo for you." And I said, "Ah, what sort of thing is that?" And they said, "A promo. It's sort of like a commercial for a TV show." And I went, "Commercial for a TV show? Yeah, I've heard that before, sure." This is in the olden days when you had to go to your agent's office to audition. Couldn't do it at home at the time. I was reading over this promo. I did it the way I thought a promo should sound. And on that day, the booth director was out, sick. A booth director, by the way, is such a helpful thing. They've been listening to people audition all day. They can tell you, hey, everybody's been doing this. Why don't you try to do it like this? They know things that you wouldn't know doing it by yourself at home. I miss the booth directors. They replaced the booth director with a junior agent named Stuart. This guy changed the course of my life. Stuart, if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you for everything. You probably didn't know what you did, but I'm telling you now. Anyway, he said, "Rick, aren't you in Lion King?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, then do it like Scar." I went, "You mean put on the voice? Like Simba, Simba, Simba." He went, "No, no, no. Don't do an impression. Don't put on a cartoon voice, but approach this character in this promo the same way you would as though you were going to play Scar. You would sit down and you would do your actor homework like you learned in grad school, and all of a sudden I thought my head was going to pop like, well, of course. Well, sure, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. I don't know, I had it in my head that voiceover was some satellite thing, like I'm an actor and I'm a studied actor and I'm going to do all my work. And then I'll do some voiceover here, a completely unrelated thing. But it's not unrelated, it's completely related. It is storytelling as much as Scar and Hamlet and all those other things are. So I sat down and I applied all my acting knowledge to this script and I booked it. First thing I booked after 6 months of nothing. And it sounded something like, "Listen carefully. HBO presents The Wire. Tap in." That was the voice of The Wire. Pretty cool. Thank you, Stuart. I love you. All right, go book something.